Witch of Jasmine, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Libra moons. How you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. It's nice to see you. Oh my gosh. I'll go with that one. So as I'm shuffling out these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. Oh my gosh. To calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself. I have been struggling, oh my gosh, this February. I struggle most Februaries because they're usually very cold and miserable where I currently live. But today is just a genuinely sunny and beautiful day. It feels like spring. So, got a bonus card. Nice. So, I'm here. And I'm glad I can be in good spirits. Oh, that's... How do I do it? There we go. I'm glad I'm in good spirits to give you guys your reading. These ones came out real quick. Nice. That one wanted to be turned over. Is this one? No. Okay. All right, Libra moons. Let's take a look first at the oracle card. We have love. Oh, with Libra and the water element. All right, let's take a look at the tarot cards. We have Five of Wands, oh, sorry, that's a dog outside. Ace of Pentacles reversed, King of Pentacles, Three of Athames reversed, aka Three of Swords reversed. I was just about to say, don't mind the little bite mark that was taken out of this. Guess who did it? Can you guess? Who took a bite out of my tarot card? It was this girl right here. Sorry, anyway. Six of Athames, aka Six of Swords. And the Standing Stone reversed, aka Justice reversed. All right, and then we will flip this card over whenever I feel like it's time to flip it over. So I want to start actually over here in this little section here with these two cards because like right when I saw this King of Pentacles, it was like he told me that what we're going to be talking about in this reading is something that you are already like really good at, something that you have mastered, probably like spiritually, emotionally, something that you've gotten really good at, but we're trying to take it to the next level. We're trying to get even better at that, right? Like if you mastered level 1, we're moving on to level 2 or something like that. And this Ace of Pentacles reversed kind of just feels like we're struggling with that a little bit. So I think in this reading, we're going to be talking about that. I gotta figure out what that is first, but that's what we're gonna be talking about here. Oh, and I think I forgot to say, this bonus card, we'll turn it over whenever I feel like it's the right time to flip it over. So with this love card here, it generally means that this is a really good time for love, a good time with for your relationships right now. Things are kind of in alignment in a really nice way. So that's nice. But I think in the context of this reading, the other thing that it's really trying to tell us is that this thing has something to do with love. And I find it interesting we have this Five of Wands here as well, because Five of Wands is about like petty bickering, like fighting over little stuff like that, right? Like in this picture we have here, the depiction of it on this card, we have these 5 witches here who are all like trying to like make this potion or whatever that is. And they're all kind of like fighting about what to do, right? All of them kind of want to be the one in charge. So they're kind of just like nitpicking and bickering about these like little things, right? So I feel like with this, it's telling me that the thing that you have gotten a lot better at and we want to continue building on is choosing love instead of this, right? When it's so easy to fall into that trap with people, especially like certain people, you know, who can really get on your nerves. Instead of focusing on that so much and engaging in that or instigating that, choosing to see love instead, which can mean a lot of things, right? Depending on the situation. Sometimes choosing to see love in that situation may be choosing to compromise. It may mean choosing to leave the situation altogether and not engage at all, you know, depending on the person, depending on the context. But at the end of the day, I mean, when we're in a situation like this, a lot of times it's coming from a place of like defensiveness, right? You want to stand up for yourself. You want to, you know, stuff like that. It's a very like egocentric thing. So I think at first it can kind of feel like you are hurting yourself or not standing up for yourself or betraying yourself. It might feel like that. But a lot of times, which sometimes that is genuinely the case. Again, I really want to emphasize we're talking about more like not serious things. This is kind of like dumb things, you know, things that are ultimately not super important. Obviously, it's always important to stand up for yourself and defend yourself with things that are important and are worth that. But I'm saying with these smaller things, it might feel like that, like you're going against your own interest or letting somebody walk all over you. But that's the ego talking. And in these kinds of situations, you're at the end of that really only hurting yourself. You're only tiring yourself out by giving your energy to these things that are really not worth it. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go ahead and flip this card over. The Lovers. Oh, nice. We got a real sense of love here in this reading. I really like that. That is really, really nice. Again, I think that's kind of echoing what we're saying here. In 2 ways. One of which is, I think ultimately all of this does really help with your relationships. When you grow as a person, typically your relationships with other people improve, right? Same with the other person involved, right? A lot of times when the person you love is growing as a person, it makes the relationship better, right? 2-way street. But the thing about the Lovers card is that it's about balance. It's about give and take. It's about working with something or someone very 50-50, working together rather than just like two people doing two separate things at the same time, right? It's coming together. Harmony, right? It's the opposite of this. So I think that's something, as we're talking about kind of leveling up, right? I think that's something that you are getting better at, which is really, really awesome. But we want to be taking to the next level. We want to continue working on, right? So the last part of this reading here, we've got two little bits of advice that this is giving you as to how to work on these things, right? How to continue getting better at them. Which, remember, ultimately will lead you to more peace, right? Six of Athames, number 1. Really good idea for you to take a step back. Six of Athames is about like physically moving yourself from one place to another. So I think during those times when you feel yourself kind of getting into this trap, or if you feel the defensiveness kind of like rushing in, or the ego freaking out, I think kind of just like, and obviously it depends situation to situation. Life is not always that easy that we can always just walk away from these things. But I think that is what would be ideal, if you can find ways to kind of like pause and literally take a step back. I think that would be really helpful. That's a really, really good tool. The other thing with this Standing Stone reversed, or Justice reversed, I think the other piece of advice that this is giving you is that it is not always your job to make sure people get the consequences of their actions, right? It's not always your job to facilitate that. It's not always your job to make sure that everything is equal and fair and completely understood, right? That's impossible. Yes, technically, like, there are judges in the world that is their job to do, but like for you and I, assuming you're not a judge, for the average person, it's not your job. And a lot of times when things feel unfair, it's important to seek that justice and figure that stuff out. But the point is that it's not always the case. Sometimes you have to just let somebody act the way they're going to act and trust that the universe will even the scales on its own, right? Because it's just unrealistic to put that on yourself, for that to be your job, or feel like it's your responsibility, or that you did something wrong by not telling the person, how you feel, or making sure that they don't get the thing that they don't deserve, or stuff like that, whatever it is. So again, very circumstantial. Sometimes it's definitely an important step to take, but sometimes it's not. And again, we're talking about, in this reading, we're talking about letting go of things that ultimately you don't have control of, or is just not beneficial to you, or is unrealistic to want to control, right? We're talking about those kinds of things. So in this case, this card is just reminding you, they will eventually get their piece. They'll eventually get what they deserve. The scales will eventually even out. That's up to the universe. That's up to different forces that are not always you. Okay? All right, this was a pretty dense reading, but I think that's about all I can pull from it. So, Libra Moons, if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. If you're feeling particularly drawn to any of these cards, or if you'd like a little more information about them, on the shorts part of my channel, I have I don't even know how many, couple hundred maybe, little shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I go a little more in depth about them. I talk about the symbolism in them, their upright meaning, as well as their reversed meaning. So if you'd like a little more information on them, that's a great resource for you. But Libra Moons, I'm wishing you so much luck with this. Congratulations! Congratulations on all the growth you've done so far. That's really, really great. I think this will be a really, really helpful lesson for you to learn. Like I said, I think it's really going to bring you a lot of peace. So I'm wishing you lots and lots of luck with that. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!